Welcome to the TBT Lexington Regional, presented by Crumbs Leasing. Trailer leasing made easy. Big Blue Nation has been waiting all week for this. La Familia is back and ready to return to Rupp as they take on the 305 Ballers in an opening round matchup at the 2024 TBT. Let's take a look at the bracket. Heard that the top seed in Lexington will take on War Ready, the Auburn alumni, with an amazing performance by Wendell Green. That second round matchup Sunday at noon on FS2. Sunday at 2 on Fox. The North out of Atlanta will meet the winner of this one. Welcome to a rocking Rupp Arena on a Friday night. It just feels right. I'm John Fanta. He's the Arizona great Matt Muehlbach. And Matt, what a stage this is. Why? Eric Bledsoe is back in Lexington. Willie Cauley-Stein is back in Lexington. The Harrison brothers are playing together again. How would you describe this?
This scene in July is insane. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. The crowd is on fire. La Familia, 6 former NBA players, they have come out in force.
This is an amazing job to bring back the Kentucky alumni here. They've been embraced by the community all week long. And to think that the Harrison brothers, who haven't played together since they've been in Lexington, how about James Young? He once scored 20 points in the national championship game.
I'd forgotten about him. Another first-round draft pick. They are bringing it out tonight. I think we might even see an all-time TBT record for attendance.
All organized by Twani Beckham, the Kentucky alum. On the other side, it's 305 Ballers. They're embracing the role of the underdog.
Yeah, they're going to come in and try to spoil things here. They have played in this tournament before. As you see, they're 0-2, but they've had some good games. What I like about the Ballers is a very tall team. They have a ton of size. How will they go against this Kentucky team that also has size, but great guards in the backcourt?
And guards that have not played college basketball that long ago. The team from South Beach has made the trip to Lexington. A packed house awaits for the return of La Familia the Rupp. Next. Basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. And they'll be bringing out the $1 million on August the 4th on Fox when we crown a champion. We begin with 64 today. And the journey to $1 million starts tonight for La Familia and 305 Ballers. And yes, that is first-team All-American from 2015, Willie Cauley-Stein, back at Rupp.
I walked around the arena, I asked a ton of people, who are you excited to see? Who do you want to see? Like 90% of them, John, Willie Cauley-Stein. He is an absolute fan favorite here.
Eric Bledsoe, 34 years of age, and he steps on the floor tonight after a lengthy NBA career that spanned 12 years. And Willie Cauley-Stein, you said it, you were visiting with Big Blue Nation earlier. They are ready with a packed house. This is definitely in contention to break a TBT attendance record. $1 million, that journey starts right now. 305 Ballers in the red, La Familia in the black, and we're underway.
You know, I watched Bledsoe when he walked out right before the tip. He had the biggest smile on his face. This tournament, TBT, it just brings back the pureness of basketball.
Shane Hunter with an air ball. And belongs to La Familia TBT, who is led by head coach, yes, another guy that some people know around here, Tyler Ulis.
Yeah, how about that? You want to bring another pro, another NBA player, another All-American? Oh, yeah, he'll be our coach.
And a pull-up three straight away that is just off for Eric Bledsoe. Ulis finishing his degree in Lexington. This is his last big challenge. He wants to win a title. He will follow John Calipari to Arkansas. Now here's Bledsoe. You know how fascinating you are to see this guy in action again. Nate Sestina, Willie Cauley-Stein, and La Familia. Count that in the foul. That's Karam Cantor.
Cantor, the one player that did not actually play Green Bay, and Xavier. And I think the reason he got this, shot it over the rim. I think Sestina there, not to mention a group of players.
Karam Cantor's missed on Zip 'em Up TBT earlier tonight. Takeover BC, top hoopers from across the globe, took down the Xavier alumni team.
Interesting, okay. And they've been good. They're a really tough team.
Very much so. Here's CJ Bryce with 7. Big Blue Nation loves it with 4. BBN coming out with defense. Shot clock at 1. And a stop, back-to-back stops.
Well, in the annals of TBT and the history of it, especially early round games, you don't often see, or maybe ever see, a crowd like this that can be that impactful. And they were right there.
Sestina. It'll stay with La Familia.
And I think Sestina right there trying to make up. He was so pumped up for the first one, kind of pulled the string on that. And you can see a little bit of nerves almost from La Familia just having to play back in this arena.
There is Tyler Ulis. As we said moments ago, finishing up his degree at Kentucky. Cantor cannot hit. Tyler, second-round pick in 2016. First-team All-American in 2016, the SEC Player of the Year, and now coaching this team. As that falls for Sharif Gross Bullock. He just played college basketball, Matt, this past season for Bryant. And a foul on the take.
Well, it's interesting. We have so many players in this tournament in TBT. There's some of them, we saw one 39 years old in the last game. This guy right here, very young, as you said, just played nice little pump fake to get things going. Averaged 18 a game last year for Bryant University. He can flat out get it going.
Andrew Harrison back at Rupp hitting the first. This year's $1 million prize is once again being sent straight to the winner's bank accounts with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. And now Aaron, joined by his brother Andrew Harrison. They talked about it this week, just how special this is as Andrew knocks down both. How amazing it is for these guys to be back here at Rupp Arena.
Yeah, you think of the impact those two made, and so many one-and-done players. They played a few years and just were fantastic on some amazing, we'll talk about it, some of those amazing Kentucky teams.
How about the defense from La Familia out of the gates? Here's Bryce with a tough shot. That's another air ball.
Well, it's been defense on both ends, really. 5-3 in this early start. You can kind of see both teams have the length. Both teams look really locked in on the defensive end.
I think as Aaron Harrison checks in back to 2014 regional final against Michigan, then against Wisconsin in the semis that year, in the Final Four, game winners in both. He was Mr. Clutch.
He was. Had the Louisville game that he also hit one in. He was sensational in that tournament. 3 seasons in the NBA, which is exactly what his brother did as well.
They play 4 9-minute quarters. You're in the penalty when you hit 5 fouls here in TBT, and we have in the fourth quarter the Elam Ending. Sestina, Nate Sestina, who transferred in from Bucknell and became a fan favorite in his year in Lexington.
Well, that was probably the hardest look that he had, the deepest look. He's had 3 good ones so far. They have not come out on him. Kind of keep an eye on that as the game progresses. He could be a big factor.
In and out for Isaiah Reese. Well, that's a deep 3. Aaron Harrison says, La Familia, it's our house party tonight.
Wow. Wow. That would.
On the other side, Ernie Camo, the 305 Ballers head coach, owns the famous gym down south that you see John Wall often in Miami. That one off in a cold start here for 305.
And you can tell with the size of 305, La Familia has packed the paint early in this game, sort of daring them to take that three. Nice no look. Wow.
That was pretty.
That was nice.
Didn't get the end result, but that's the type of action I know you like. On the other end, that switched home. Sharif Gross-Bullock, this kid averaged close to 20 per game this past year at Bryant, All-America East.
Well, and you think about just the rhythm of it, right? He just finished playing, as we keep saying. That rhythm is right there more than anybody else on this court.
Aaron Harrison's on a mission.
He's letting it fly, isn't he?
Not afraid as Reese is fouled. TBT now in year number 11. And what an event it has become. Back in the late teens, they were playing in a small high school gym right here in Lexington. Tonight, we've got thousands and thousands on hand at Rupp Arena. Kellen Grady, who transferred in from Davidson to John Calipari's Wildcats, he's checked in. Look at the effort by both sides. Familia will take it back.
Well, and for those that don't know, many of the Kentucky fans know, La Familia is an ode. Tyler Eulis right there is an ode to their coach, John Calipari. Hope he's watching tonight. I bet he's just sitting back and just loving watching these guys, his old guys, just putting it up right there. Sestina, another one, almost goes in. Stein with the rebound.
Deflected and back to 305 Ballers. You see just so many greats and so many moments for this Kentucky program. We have seen few seasons like they had in 14-15, Matt. Yes, wow. They lost in the Final Four, but to go 38-0 up until that point, unbelievable.
You know, I did some research on that team coming into this, and you know, we typically see like a couple ex-pros, NBA guys. That team, the 14-15, had 9 NBA players. I don't know what the official record is, but that's got to be it.
Bringing some heat to the bucket, Andrew Harrison. It's the Harrison Bros show again in Lexington.
Well, Andrew's such a great point guard, starting point guard for those Kentucky teams, and just can handle it. Saw it right there, great example of it. Looked like a travel there he got away with.
10 on the shot clock here, into the hands of Reese. Reese with a hezzy with 5, stuck on an island, getting swarmed by Andrew Harrison. Willie Cauley-Stein said, not tonight. Harrison and Sestina, this place ready to burst. In and out.
Sestina right there on every shot other than the first one. Just not able to knock it in. Getting great looks.
Look at the effort of Kellen Grady. What a start for La Familia.
Well, you're back in your own place. You're in the old feeling good in Rupp. Rupp, cross it over, baby. TBT is firing on all cylinders.
Sponsor of TBT. John Fanta, Matt Muehlbach. Tyler Eulis' La Familia team off to a sharp start. What have you seen?
Well, it's been interesting. Had some really good looks by Sestina, not able to knock them down. 305 just feels like they're kind of getting their footing right now in this game.
Eric Bledsoe off on the 3. Winner of this one will advance on to Sunday for a 2 o'clock showdown with the Narf out of Atlanta. A lot of talent on that team.
Big time talent, big time. Nice D right there by Grady.
That runner does not go. How about the defensive effort collectively from La Familia?
That's been the most impressive thing so far. It hasn't been the offensive style or the long threes like right there.
little bit long for Aaron Harrison. Aaron playing in Portugal and Andrew playing in Turkey. So for the Harrison brothers, this is so refreshing because their basketball pathways professionally, Matt, have taken them to totally different areas of the world. Tonight, they get to reunite.
Yeah, it's an incredible situation for them, and just all these guys and the fans, as we've talked about. And interesting also, I mentioned Bledsoe. You can see in Bledsoe, maybe not the same jets that he had back in the day, but just the feel for the game, the IQ, and there it is.
That's the feel! Up high and down hard, Bledsoe to Cauley-Stein.
Wow, the crowd loved that one. When Willie Cauley-Stein does anything, this place goes crazy.
He said he needed the energy of this event. C.J. Bryce knocks it down from downtown, but that's what TBT's about. It makes you relate to the nostalgic moments that you've had as a fan and provides new ones, like that for Eric Bledsoe.
Again, the skill level right there. Maybe not the blow-by he had in years gone by, but the skill level with the left right there using the body.
Oh my, that was a nifty reverse by C.J. Bryce.
And he can play. NC State player, he can absolutely get after it. Been playing in Russia.
Eric Bledsoe swishes it home. That shot is pure for Mr. Bledsoe.
Yeah, your jump shot is like riding a bike, man. You get your legs under that. He did right there.
Helen Grady's been in every passing lane to start this game.
Playing hard.
Here is Bryce. He's had a successful international career after being a standout for Kevin Keats at NC State. Bryce with a Euro, can't get it to go. Shot clock turned off here. And Rupp ready. Here's Bledsoe.
Woo.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
3 on the clock here. Bryce, does he realize it? He ran out of time.
Yeah, didn't see it, didn't see it. That was, wow, that was, you get your money worth right there from Bledsoe on that last move. That was a fun first quarter right there.
La Familia. It's a Friday night house party in Lexington.
Cauley-Stein, the guy we talked about, the fans, they love him. They want to see him do anything. I'll tell you what, you got skill, that never goes away. Downtown money.
They told you. I told you. Everything I told you practice is happening right now. They're going to hit you. You got to come back and hit. Go downhill, get low, low man wins. Attack the paint, make it happen. Fuck.
One more thing, y'all. When I see them guarding us, they on our fucking
In the
back
Huddle
like this,
is powered by Puma. Welcome back to TBT 2024. Just heard from Ernie Camo in the Huddle. Ernie oversees 305 Ballers, formerly Athletics Miami in TBT. 0-2 in the event. They've come close to knocking off higher seeds. Their name is in honor of Ernie's elite facility down the Miami area. Michael Beasley, John Wall called that their workout home throughout off seasons. Ernie does a great job in the Miami area, and he's assembled a team that's got some really intriguing guard play.
They really do. You look right now, and the score right now with Bryce and Bullock, they have all their points. They have all 11, and so obviously La Familia want to watch those two guys. On the other hand, 305 looking for some other help.
And they enter it right to Karen Cantor to start the second quarter. He's fouled.
Nice call there by Tyler Ulis out of that timeout. You can tell they want to go inside right there to Cantor. He's a really good post player for his size, and he's been effective early with that left hand.
Here's what's really cool about La Familia. Mark Pope has really embraced this team. As we remind you, this year's $1 million prize is once again being sent straight to the winners' bank accounts with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. Karam would get a nice $70,769.
Wow, okay.
Maybe dinner somewhere around here. But Mark Pope, the new head coach here in Kentucky, and of course he's embraced them because Mark is one of Lexington's own, one of the best scenes that we've seen, Matt, in recent memory is Mark getting introduced here?
Yeah, that was phenomenal, wasn't it? And the response, the reception that he received, and you know, they know he bleeds Kentucky blue, and nice shot right there.
Rick Pitino has weighed in on that hire and said the future's so bright. Tonight we watched the past greats. Karam Cantor's joined this team, and he's making quite the impact, the brother of Enes Kanter.
Yeah, and it's interesting because not doubling him whatsoever. Their 305 is just leaving their defender on an island thinking they can guard Kanter, and he's getting to the line. He's really tough to stop down low. Of course, his brother was recruited by Kentucky, was a big-time recruit, not able to play, but almost became like a fan favorite at that time. Kind of interesting story.
It really is. This is a guy at the line who was the Euro Cup rebounding leader in 2022. All Greek League second team as well. He went to Xavier 2017 to 18, and in his grad year, he helped Xavier to a 29-win season, their first ever Big East regular season title. So he had a very successful end to his college career, right into his international career.
You know what I notice right here about La Familia, and you mentioned this early, John, I think it's a good point, just their defense. And you watch Bledsoe, he's picking up at half court. I mean, he's not sitting back just saying, hey, I want to get the ball and go on offense. And here it is, down the shot clock again, down the 4, and not a great shot, great defense by La Familia.
Bledsoe, Andrew Harrison now with the basketball. Grady, Kanter, Sestina on the floor for La Familia. And so Andrew Harrison will go in the line.
The foul is on Gross Bullock. That's his second.
You know, and back to that defense by La Familia, and that is, to me, one of the big things about Coach Cal. That was what he did. He had not only got these great players, great NBA players, a lot of one and dones, but played big-time defense.
TBT fans can shop the official gear of their favorite teams at tbtstore.thetournament.com. Andrew Harrison, second-round pick in 2015, largest lead for La Familia of the night. Great to see the Harrison twins back at Rupp for the first time. Gross Bullock, he's having a night and keeps it going. Sharif Gross Bullock out of Bryant.
Well, and both of their guards have size. I mean, we're talking about how big they are down low. Woo, again, but they have really good size for those guards.
Kellen Grady, bullseye.
You know, Grady, a fan favorite here for the year he played, 21-22. Playing in France, and he can flat out shoot it.
Woo. On the other end, so can Isaiah Reese. It's a deep three for Mr. Reese. Bledsoe.
Well, the balance right there after he got bumped, and to slow down that change of pace by Bledsoe, big time.
Now a foul on Andrew Harrison.
Here's that three that we saw by Grady. And they've gotten some good looks, especially from their wings and their stretch four. And here's the three right here by Reese, as you mentioned. That was just a nice little one-on-one. Size him up and step back. He had a little bit of a mismatch there on a bigger guy.
Timeout called by La Familia with the 13-point advantage. A really sharp start between the Harrison twins and Eric Bledsoe. We saw Willie Cauley-Stein fly above the rim. Tomorrow, it's baseball night in America on Fox as the Red Sox take on Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks take on the Cubs. It all begins at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings for the game in your area. John Fanta, Matt Muehlbach with you from Lexington. Folks, this is the beginning of TBT. It is opening night of this event. 64 teams vying for a $1 million prize. The event is 11 years old, started by John Mugar, who's done an amazing job making this event a summer basketball staple. And really an institution, as the foul is called on Sestina on the drive.
Well, you talk about the big picture of the TBT, where it came from. Such incredible innovation to even figure this out. Think about the $1 million, you mentioned that, John. And we haven't talked about yet too much the Elam Ending. We had an incredible Elam Ending in the game before. We'll talk more about that later, but just the NCAA type tournament, 64 teams. You've got all these alumni. These guys are playing for friends and family and pride. It's like the pureness of hoops.
Tyler Eulis does not pull any punches. He wants this team playing hard on the defensive end of the floor. He said there's only one way for us to go. That's why we're seeing him up off the bench. Look, it's $1 million. It is $1 million. It's amazing seeing these rosters, how they come together. Sestina is off this time.
I'll tell you what, Bledsoe, for me, it's just fun watching Bledsoe. He plays the game the right way, and he has such incredible feel.
Shane Hunter is off. Now, we've seen Notre Dame fighting Illini back in 2014, overseas elite. Carmen's crew, the Ohio State alums. There's Cantor who can't hit. Boeheim's Army, Syracuse alumni.
They were fun to watch.
Turnover here. Even Golden Eagles, TBT of Marquette. The point,
yep.
The great programs that you see in college basketball, now La Familia trying to join them.
Absolutely. And they haven't had this kind of a, turnout almost on any team, when you think of the alumni right there. 29 alumni teams, that is a lot, more than I've ever seen here, and some great programs.
Hey, one of those teams that's not listed there, because we could go with the list forever, the Ville.
That's right.
Peyton Siva, Russ Smith, Montrezl Harrell in action tomorrow, 1 Eastern time on Fox, when they take on the Bellarmine alumni at Freedom Hall.
Right.
Rejection there from Sestina.
Wow.
Bledsoe. From downtown, Eric Bledsoe.
He plays, the game's so easy to him. He plays with such an incredible pace. How he just walked into that, 28, 29 footer.
He's got 10. Wide open. That three does not fall for Lots. Can't get it back.
Oh,
beautiful delivery to Sestina. La Familia firing on all cylinders.
And I'm telling you, I could watch Bledsoe play every day.
He'll be playing in the park when he's 60.
He will. He is a baller and a half.
Man.
Look at this.
Look at Eric Bledsoe to Cantor.
Get it back to Bledsoe. Get it to him. Oh.
He does get it back. All that hustle from a guy at 34.
Yeah, tipped it right there. Good call.
And now a foul. His last stop, the Shanghai Sharks. But a 12-year NBA career, and he's going to come off here to an applause.
Oh, yeah. They love him. Eric Bledsoe is 11 years in the league with that pass. Look at the dime right there, and then the anticipation, and watch this pass. Hello. Right to Cantor. Not an easy one to get to him, but man, it's a highlight reel already, and we're barely into the second quarter.
They practiced, even played the current Kentucky team, as that'll be an offensive foul on Sestina. Now the current Kentucky team, people are very excited about that squad with Jackson Robinson and Lamont Butler. They beat La Familia. Good tune-up, Max. Good tune-up.
That was a tune-up. Got always tough to play the alma mater, the young guys.
Just getting started in Lexington.
You want to watch a clinic on how to handle the rock and how to handle pace? Watch Eric Bledsoe. Right there, the hezzy, the left. He's going to take it back, the little step back, the skill from the shot. Little crossover right here. I'll still use my size and strength. Nobody is speeding this guy up. He plays at a pace that he wants, and it is phenomenal to watch.
In our previous game tonight, we saw Wendell Green fly up and down, the Auburn alum. As exciting as that is, How much harder is it to be able to slow it down like that and get the game to your liking?
It is. It's a skill that people don't even really see sometimes when they're watching. You see the speed of a guy like Green, right? And Bledsoe has speed, but just the way he handles it. I love when he goes to the left and keeps dribbles and then has that hezzy right there. He loves contact too. He's so good off of contact. Nice trap out of the timeout by Tyler Eulis.
La Familia's defensive activity has not stopped. That's Harrison Henderson, his first bucket of the game for 305 Ballers. And a chapter at USC in his college career. Andrew Harrison. Kicking it out here with 10 to his twin. Here's Aaron. They're playing in Portugal and Turkey, respectively. Aaron cannot connect. Here comes 305. Sharif Gross-Bullock. And Cauley-Stein with the board. They've got numbers here. Aaron Harrison is fouled. Matt, that brings us to another big point here with this type of a crowd. Because at TBT, there are 8 regional sites, ranging from here to Louisville to Hinkle Fieldhouse. Butler, Wichita's always amazing with the crowds. They've set attendance records. There will be 8 regional winners who will advance to TBT quarterfinals, but this year TBT is giving home court advantage to regional hosts and local teams that make it out of their regions to the quarterfinals. Should there be a tie to determine the location, the tie will be broken by whichever team had the highest regional attendance in the first 3 rounds, meaning the folks here at Rupp and the folks in Louisville are going up against each other, which it's only natural.
It's only natural. They are a part of TBT. How great is TBT? Everybody's in on the action. Maybe get a fan out here to shoot the last shot in the Elam and get the $1,000.
I saw you wanting to check in earlier. No over the back call. There, Cauley-Stein was asking for it. Here is Andrew Harrison.
Yeah, he's got a handle too.
Willie time! Cauley-Stein! Lights Rupp up!
I'm not sure you'll get a bigger ovation for a sort of straightaway 3 all night.
Now another stop. This crowd is into it tonight. It's like one big La Familia party. Harrison cannot hit, and here comes 305.
That was cool. Andrew was already running back, showing the crowd 3.
Woo, Reese from way downtown. Isaiah Reese, formerly of Canisius.
Now this 305 team has some guards, and I think it's something. We've already seen a couple games with huge comebacks. Right now, La Familia up 17 in control, but you know, we saw it earlier in the game we just had. The war-ready Auburn alumni thought we were going to run away with that game and almost lost it.
Andrew Harrison with the left hand, a little bit out of control. Victor Uyelumbo was just checked in with the rebound. Now in transition, Uyelumbo left unmanned.
La Familia not getting back on that one. Going back to that war-ready, how great was that to see the Kentucky fans rooting against war-ready? Almost like you mentioned it, you were dead on. It's like an NCAA game. They wanted the D2 team to win.
Aaron Harrison lines one up. That shot is smooth.
Yeah, he's got that thing locked in.
Nothing new for Aaron Harrison.
You know, I'm old enough to remember a TV show, Fantasy Island. This is like, for these guys, a fantasy like, hey, my fantasy is to come back and play in my home arena.
Yep. Never forget that game winner against Michigan in the regional final in 14, and then he just doctored up another. He was the Big Ten killer.
He was.
Michigan and Wisconsin.
And what was the shot to me that was the amazing one was Wisconsin.
Yes.
That was the one.
Well, he only had 8 points in the game, and they all came in the second half. 8 on the timer here. Here he is, Aaron Big Shot Harrison. Grady from the logo. Ooh. 3 seconds here for 3:05. Down to 1. That's a foul.
That is.
That's a 3-shot foul by Aaron Harrison. It'll give him a chance to be within 13 at the break.
Yeah, he's got his arm right there. It was a good call. And I'll tell you, we've seen, this is the 4th game here today. Look, right here you see the reach in there by Harrison. And we've seen terrific refereeing. I mean, they do such a great job of not calling a ton, but they will call obvious ones just like that.
So Henderson steps to the free throw line. La Familia in this first half, Matt, has had 5 different guys hit a 3.
Reminds me of all those great Cal teams where they had so many good players. Heck, I think it was the one year they won the title. Like the top scorer was averaging 11 or 12 points a game.
Look at Kellen Grady's reaction.
Oh, he knew it. He was not going to challenge it. He knew what had happened.
That was classic emotion from Kellen Grady, who in his playing days got the label. When he came over from Davidson and Bob McKillop, instantly the other Kentucky player said, yeah, he's a team grandpa. I was reading an interview with Grady when he came to Kentucky, and he goes, one thing I'll never have that these other kids have is TikTok.
That's awesome.
La Familia fires on all cylinders, and they lead by 14 as we've hit the half.
Yeah, I thought it was a really well-played first half defensively for La Familia. They did a great job digging in. We saw the talent come out. But, as we've said, we've seen some comebacks already. And I think 305's got a chance. They've got some really, really good guards in that backcourt.
If there's anything that we've learned at TBT, it's that no lead is safe. And we saw that earlier tonight in Lexington. But right now, the home team, La Familia, Bledsoe, Cauley-Stein, the Harrisons, out to a halftime lead. The Kentucky alumni up 44-30 on 3:05 ballers. John Fanza, Matt Muehlback with you. The winner of this game gets the NARF out of Atlanta on Sunday at 2 Eastern time on Fox. Damian Rosser, Roberto Gallinat, Derek St. Hilaire leading the NARF to a win earlier today. Heard that and war ready. The Marshall alumni, the Auburn alumni, they're in the other regional semifinal. You think this region's setting up to be one of the best in the land?
I really do. Fantastic teams. The Herd team is really the favorite, probably, even with this La Familia, just because of how much they've played together. And I was really impressed with the NARF. They were solid. I mean, more than solid. Really fun, energized team, athletic outside of Atlanta. They are confident.
That's what's really cool about TBT. And those wondering, wait, why is La Familia a 2 seed but hosting the region? That's because the basketball tournament committee likes to reward, as Bledsoe is short on the 3, those programs, those organizations who have had rich success. Heard that was a semifinalist in this event last year. That's why they're the 1 seed.
Absolutely. They're connected. They're talented, coached well. They just really do everything the right way.
Anthony Fairley flips that one up. How about the defensive effort continually?
It is, and you can see what 305's doing. They're really spreading it out, trying to go one-on-one and find a matchup they like and get to the rim. They want to play downhill, but Kentucky La Familia has been up to the task.
That's all right. Hey, they're wearing those Kentucky colors again. They want to be called Kentucky. La Familia on the floor right now, if you're just joining us. Andrew Harrison, Nate Sestina, Eric Bledsoe, yes, Willie Cauley-Stein, all Americans.
High draft picks in the NBA. Cauley-Stein, number 6 in the league.
Aaron Cantor joins them for this run. Cantor's had rich success in this event previously with Zip 'em Up, the Xavier alumni team.
And you can tell he's good. He feels comfortable out there. He's got the nice little post game.
Look out below. Sestina skies.
Like Sestina's game, he's a stretch four. He's athletic. He can get to the rim. Has not been hot from outside yet. I think he will during this tournament if they keep advancing, though.
Nate Sestina now playing for Valencia of the Spanish Liga ACB in the Euro Cup. Willie Cauley-Stein with a head of steam, and he's fouled.
Nice look there by Bledsoe. Nice job by Willie Cauley-Stein to run the floor. See that dunk right there by Sestina. Got some nice athleticism to him. Familia is going to run when they can for sure, but the nice thing about them is they can play. We've seen a lot of teams run. They want to get up and down, but they can play both half court and up and down.
Willie will turn 31 in August. And getting done with his NBA time in 2022. Aaron Harrison was asked about the funniest memory he had of the legendary Kentucky teams. He said, when Willie dyed his hair and walked into practice, Coach Cal lost it. He lost it with whatever Willie did with his hair that day. That's why he's such a fan favorite.
He is, isn't he?
He's got great persona.
He does. Personality all over the place.
He said, look, it's been a rough few years for me. I want to feel the love of BBN again. He said, that's why I'm doing this. I want to come home. And that's what's so cool, man. As you know, at being an Arizona alum, you can always come home.
Absolutely. And the fans here respect everything he did. The 2 Final Fours, the great teams he played on, the effort. Everybody in this arena, Rupp Arena, they know the blood, sweat, and tears, as they say, that these guys all put in. And you know this is with every team out here. Every one of these guys at this level has done it for many, many years.
We talk about teams that just came short of the national championship of all time, the greatest of all time. That 14-15 Kentucky team is right there as we tell you this year's $1 million prize will be sent straight to the winner's bank accounts with Zelle. So Tyler Eulis, $70,769. And who called Willie Cauley-Stein? Twanny Beckham, the GM of this team. He'll get $70K.
Back to that 14-15 team, 38-1. Remember D. Book on that team, now an Olympian.
Incredible.
Going to be playing in Paris soon. Nice finish right there through contact. But you think of the other guys, Cat, Trey Lyles. Obviously, we talked about Tyler Eulis, the coach for this La Familia team. Watch this finish right here. Nice job right there. Sestina did a pretty good job of maintaining verticality. Might have gotten the right arm just a little bit inside there and the left underneath. Good call again. The refs have nailed it.
Speaking of D-Book, you can see Devin Booker and Team USA at 3 Eastern time tomorrow on Fox when the United States takes on South Sudan as part of their showcase ahead of the Olympics.
All right, I'm waiting for my text back. I got a name drop here.
Wow.
Because I did text the coach of the Olympic team, who I played with, Steve Kerr, and I said, hey, tell your guys, tell AD and tell D-Book to get ready to watch La Familia tonight. I don't know how early it is, right? I think they're in England right now.
They are.
So he texted me back. He said, they might be asleep at that time, but I'm going to give him a text. The coolest thing, though, he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm calling the TBT game. And the immediate response from our Olympic coach was, I love that tournament.
How about that? Steve Kerr is a TBT fan. We all are.
We all are.
This event is special as the turnaround goes for Shane Hunter. So 305 ballers within 13. Go ahead.
Steve can't get up and watch our guy Tiger. We used to love watching Tiger. Tiger, I think, missed a cut. She's got to watch a little TBT.
TBT is the priority all weekend long as Andrew Harrison hits the lane. This is Reese from way downtown.
Dang.
Goodness, he hit that from his alma mater, Canisius.
I'm telling you, basketball has changed, man, hasn't it? I mean, It is, and it's accelerating the deep shots. We're seeing more and more of them.
shots that some of these alumni are taking in 2024 when they were playing.
No.
You'd be sitting sidelines.
I'd love to ask Coach Cal about some of those shots. Yeah, here it is right here. I mean, this is, I don't know if there's a logo out there. There's a huge logo right there, but that was 30 plus easily. Reese is a good player. He's really impressed me. Well, you know, you look up right now, John, only 12 points. And we saw that war-ready Auburn team. They were up 15 in the first half, 14 in the second, and were down at one point in the fourth quarter.
You just never know. As we remind you, TBT Championship Weekend is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The semifinals are Friday, August 2nd at 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern on FS1. The $1 Million Championship is Sunday, August 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Tickets available at thetournament.com. It's so great to have 29 games across FS1, FS2, Big Ten Network, and Fox. And if you're a fan at home, you can just head to thetournament.com and watch live the other games.
I watched that first game on streaming. They did a great job on it.
Callan Grady, boom!
He was ready to shoot it. You know, you say you walk into a jump shot? He ran into that jump shot, and it was highlighted by the fan behind me that just yelled, "Shoot it, Grady," right when he was in the air.
They are alive tonight. This is like a summer barbecue for Big Blue Nation.
It's a great call. I love that. It is.
And I'm amazed by all the different age groups, from young to old.
Yeah, here's that three. Look at him just running in. That is not an easy shot when you're running full speed to pull up and make sure you have balance and then be able to drop it in.
Nice spin by Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is long.
He's laughing, he's smiling. He knew he had to move.
Yeah, he did.
Just not the finish.
Foul on Callan Grady. As we've got a timeout. Callan Grady, he plays his ball in France now, but he's back in Lexington tonight. And BBN, a huge crowd enjoying us. Tomorrow, the four-time defending Olympic champs are back. LeBron, Curry, and the best of the USA. Tune up for the Olympics as they begin their run for the 5th straight gold in Paris. USA takes on South Sudan tomorrow at 3 Eastern, only on Fox. How about the way that Anthony Davis has looked for Team USA?
Phenomenal. He does everything. 6 blocks against Serbia, mini on Jokic. He's been as good as anybody on that team.
And you spent some time around Team USA.
I did. I was able to go to the first practice. The thing that jumped out to me was, I mean, first of all, I guess you just jump out one after the other coming into the gym. D-Book and AD and Embiid and LeBron and Steph. But how much they lock in on every little drill. Steve Kerr was running, almost like freshman high school stuff the first 5 minutes of practice, first 40 minutes of practice. Jump stops, you're really working on ball handling, pick and roll stuff.
Oh my,
man.
That is filthy from Aaron Harrison. And he wanted a foul.
And he wanted the foul as well. But back to that, I just, LeBron locking in on a simple drill, stretching drills. They're locked in.
So is La Familia.
Yep.
It's a foul that will send Shane Hunter to the line, but yet again, let's run this back. This was so nice.
Ooh, the nice little crossover and finish with the left. I think he did get hit. Now the hand is part of the ball, and if your hand is still on the ball and they hit your hand, it's not a foul.
The line goes Shane Hunter.
I think a good job the first 7-8 minutes by this La Familia team to come out and play hard and keep that lead. Again, we've seen some teams come back, and I think the first 5 minutes of these quarters, especially the second half, the most important in the game.
Shane Hunter played his college ball at one of the best Division II programs in the country, national champions, Nova Southeastern. They are a wagon, and he was one of their best players. That's TBT, folks. 64 teams for a $1 million prize. And you get guys from all over the world back in the States fighting for $1 million. Bledsoe is fouled.
See how strong Bledsoe is right there. Looked like the defensive player had his hand in on the ball, even on his hand, but just couldn't rip it away from Eric.
Eric Bledsoe, recently, this was reported by Damian Burchard of the U.S. Sun. He was involved in a workout with Christian Coloco, Taylor Horton Tucker, Austin Rivers, BJ Boston, among others. And there's a Sports Illustrated article that says Eric Bledsoe's looking at maybe making a comeback, which is another thing that TBT does.
That's right. It gets guys back into the game and gets their mind thinking, hey, had a little time off, I can do this again. We absolutely can play professionally in many areas of the world.
Oh, Cauley-Stein with back-to-back rejections. Not in his house. Other end deep three is short. There are no reservations at Willie's Cafe tonight.
I love that. The Defensive Player of the Year in 2015 in college basketball. And look, with the right hand right there, twice, and they're shouting his name.
Chance of Willie, Isaiah Reese. That is way off. That sums up the way things have gone for 3:05.
Well, and who was out there contesting? Willie Cauley-Stein. Well, you just talked about it. Hey, he wanted to come back here and get a little juice. He's getting it.
Oh, Bledsoe tried to go between the legs, and Hunter with the left hand. You know, every time La Familia starts to totally pull away, you look up, and as you know, what's the rule here? 4 words. No lead
is safe.
Timeout taken by Tyler Eulis.
This is funny. He set him up. Good job there by Hunter in the finish. At 6'10", Hunter's out there guarding Eric Bledsoe. Great job by him.
You know, this was something that somebody brought up. Let's go in the huddle. Powered by Puma.
You're in the corner. Aaron, you're there. Nate, Willie, all right? Go. Aaron, you're coming all the way. Turn up. Let's go.
It is cool to have that access. Tyler Eulis leading this Kentucky team, part of John Calipari's staff, finishing off his degree and then heading to Arkansas, but he'd like to end up a champion as the head coach of La Familia first, a first-team All-American in 2016, Bob Cousy Award winner that year, SEC tourney MVP as well. He had an outstanding career.
Yeah, he was something. He was something like a lot of these guys. Just the talent was off the charts.
Cauley-Stein to Sestina. Beautiful.
Cauley-Stein's starting to feel himself a little bit now. You can see early on in the game he was feeling his way around the game, trying to figure things out. He's a little more active right now.
Sometimes the crowd can tell the story of how the night's going.
Great call by you, just to lay out and listen to these fans. They love it.
Great to have all of you with us. John Fanta, Matt Muehlbach, and all of Muehlbach's friends from Big Blue Nation tonight. Harrison to Cauley-Stein. They tried to take the roof off this La Familia party. Reese from downtown is off. Putback is there. It's a really nice job by Alu.
Yeah, Alu active on the glass, and again, still 14 right here, closing in at the end of the third.
Sestina with the kick. That is just so fluid from Aaron Harrison. That's been something that stood out as we got a 2-second difference between shot and game. Just how clean the Harrison twin shots continue to look.
It looks vintage, right?
Yep.
Very vintage.
Quick foul here on Cauley-Stein.
I think the biggest thing with your shot, most of the time for players, their shot is there even years later, but it's the legs you worry about. They have the right legs to get it up, kind of finish some of those shots. But the form is absolutely perfect.
Called that a foul on a shot. Big Blue Nation not happy with that, but Isaiah Reese at the line gives us a chance to look around the country. Heard that, and War Ready will face off Sunday at noon on FS2 in one regional semifinal. The NARF out of Atlanta will take on the winner of this one on Fox at 2, but some others who have advanced on, Eberline Drive, an original to TBT. All Good Dogs and Men of Mackey over at Hinkle advancing on.
That's going to be a fun one.
Bleed Green, North Texas alumni, the top seed in Houston, have won. Team Challenge ALS, playing for a very powerful cause, have advanced. So we're seeing games and results all across the nation. 16 games today, 16 more tomorrow. We'll get the party started at 1 from Freedom Hall. This sums up TBT. Yes,
You're going to be there, right?
Yes, I've got to be the only person that could go from Lexington to Louisville within 14 hours and get greeted with smiles by both fan bases. Heading to Louisville here, and tomorrow, I'm already seeing tweets and social media posts, Matt, from Louisville fans who are very concerned.
Oh,
because they see the crowd here,
right,
and they don't want to lose the tiebreaker if we got a La Familia, the Ville regional, national quarterfinal in this TBT, because if we got that, the tiebreaker is attendance.
Do we know yet?
2 seconds here. Allure is off.
Do we know yet the crowd? Do we know what we have right now for tonight?
That's called a Mulebach tease. We're going to do our best to find that out. They've come in waves. Big Blue Nation by the thousands. Watching La Familia control after 3.
How fun would that be to be at that one? That would be nice. There's some awesome games and players, the names. Yogi Farrell, I mean, come on.
So we've already had Men of Mackey. We have All Good Dogs. And now, if Assembly Ball moves on, Sunday at Hinkle Fieldhouse is going to be, this is a vintage one for college hoop fans, a Crossroads Classic of sorts at Hinkle. The Crossroads was a 4-team event, Indiana, Purdue, Butler, Notre Dame. It went away a couple years ago.
Good call. That is a great call. That's sweet. Come back and just see all, yep.
TBT is like Cheers. You show back up to the bar and everybody knows your name.
I may be going to Cheers tonight with you and talking about these TBT games. This is good stuff, man.
John Fantz and Matt Mulebach with some Kentucky bourbon on his mind. I got an early morning tomorrow, partner. I got biscuits in Kentucky on my mind. Not a late night out, but
that's
okay.
Right. That's right.
Sure.
Well, Kentucky on their mind. They got to try to figure out how to close this out. La Familia here in the next 4 minutes until we get to the Elam Ending, which we haven't really gotten into. And I know, John, you did such a fabulous job explaining that in our first game.
The Elam Ending, folks, when we hit at or under the 4-minute mark of regulation here. So in 4 minutes and 29 seconds, we enter the zone. The team that's ahead, right now La Familia up by 14, we will have a target score. This began in TBT in 2017. The target score will be 8 points greater than the leading team. And the team that gets to that first wins the game.
Yeah, fascinating. We saw an incredible ending with War Ready, the Auburn team against the D2 team. Came down to the wire.
Aaron Harrison, automatic.
That's the shot you just mentioned. That's the form you just mentioned. That thing is gorgeous.
He is a microwave from downtown. .305 has tried to hang in, but Harrison is now playing in Portugal. Last played there. Bryce in and out, and the rebound by Andrew Harrison. La Familia's just been too much tonight. Karen Cantor showed that he might not be a Kentucky alum, but he's a valuable asset to this club.
And he's been a fan favorite tonight, too. Did a great job getting into the rim. Here's that three. Great penetration. His brother first, and then the kick out by Sestina, and knows what to do with that. How many times has he hit that shot in practice or a game here?
We have an attendance figure.
We do.
We do.
Wow, that's okay. You did some work on that pretty quickly.
Absolutely. So the official attendance.
And you told me earlier, what's the all-time record for a game?
7,202 in Wichita.
Okay.
I actually am a little bit surprised. It's 3,954.
Because it feels like it's 8,000
yeah,
easily.
Absolutely.
Easily. Okay.
Still 18th all-time. We'll see what Freedom Hall brings tomorrow.
What they do, yep. Well, they got the number posted now, so now they know what they've got in front of them.
Here's Andrew Harrison to Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe, and Cantor is there to clean it up.
Cantor's done a nice job. And you know what he does? He's a powerful, physical guy, but he runs the court really well.
That's a guy who's been a EuroLeague top rebounder.
That's absolutely nailed it.
And you know the quality of basketball being played out there.
It's gotten so much better every year. A lot of American guys, but the European guys have been so good.
A top 20 attendance all-time here at TBT. It ranks 18th officially here in Lexington, and they'll be back if they can finish off 305 ballers on Sunday at 2 Eastern time on Fox. There's the largest attendance.
I would all but guarantee they look at Wichita, 4 in a row. Wow. If they're back Sunday, La Familia, I would not be surprised if they really, if they start to stretch that or get close to that record. That would not surprise me at all.
No. You get a Sunday afternoon.
Families. Awesome game against the Narf.
Sestina off. Yet again, Grady with hustle. Sestina to Cantor. Cantor's been unstoppable.
Unstoppable. He's big, he's strong, he had patience on that play right there, waited for the defender to fly over, the flyby and the easy layup.
16 points for Cantor.
Nice defense there by Sestina. That's been the story for me for this La Familia team. They've been good offensively, but they could be even better. It's been on the defensive end where they've really made hay.
And Cantor now with a double-double. 16 and 10 for the former Xavier Musketeer, who is now enjoying a really successful career in Turkey. Euro Cup rebounding leader in 2022. All Greek League selection as well.
He's a beast down low. He's a beast.
Cantor took a tumble. Isaiah Reese didn't like it. Again, we are 90 seconds away from entering Elam Ending zone. That'll be 8 points higher, and that's a technical foul now on Isaiah Reese. And he is done. Listen to Big Blue Nation.
Close. Yeah, that's a close call right there. I get it. You know, and these. Yeah, the throw was obviously what got the tee. The tee was the right call. I think the actual foul was definitely close. Could have gone either way. I could, you know, these refs, they haven't missed a call all game.
And look.
And, you know, I get it. It's close to the Elam Ending. And they typically have been calling things, you know, they let some stuff go in this tournament. The TBT is renowned for calling things. You got to be tough out here. And that was close.
Ed Crenshaw, Troy Mathis, and Wesley Harper. Our officials, we're going to get an explanation here.
Okay, we had two separate technical fouls. The coach and the player, Reese, for throwing the ball.
Ernie Cambo, who put together this team, does a terrific job with the program down in Miami. But it's been a frustrating night here as La Familia is enjoying their largest lead. And this matters with the Elam Ending, because we've seen wild comebacks, but this all but cements things here the way it's gone tonight for La Familia. They've had control of this game from the outset.
They really have. And we've seen Bledsoe, how well he's played. And really, Bledsoe not only played well, but just controlled pace. He's managed the game almost in just like that. You just see right there the perfect pass.
Bledsoe tapped out to Grady. Sestina, an exclamation point.
Put up the prayer hands. Sort of to say, hey, we were those earlier, but that one he was in much better rhythm and shot it with a little more force to what he did some of the other ones. Yeah, you can see no hesitation on that one, and there goes the little prayer hands coming up. Happy he made that one. I'll tell you what, he's got a chance to have some big games for this team as they advance.
I think that the two Blues brothers in the crowd summed it up tonight when shortly before tip-off they raised a sign up that said, "We're on a mission for Joe B. Hall."
That is awesome. Joe B. Hall, one of the coaches who won a title here.
It is a program that, and this goes beyond college basketball, a program and brand that is as powerful as any in sport.
It's incredible. I agree that Sestina feeling it.
Grady with the offensive rebound. Even with a big lead, Matt, the way these guys have played
hard. I'm telling you, man, people have no idea. They see the freshmen, they see the talent, they have no idea how hard Coach Cal got these guys to play. They just don't, if you're not a basketball, well, a lot of these fans are basketball nuts, but he really got guys to play hard, and they don't lose it.
And just think, as we enter Elam Ending zone, this team lost to the current Kentucky team, somewhat sizably. So one of the untouchables in Mark Pope.
That's right.
Now being back to lead the next era. This gives the fans juice here of La Familia. It's been a cherry on top here in the fourth quarter, outscoring 305 Ballers 13-2, which means it's Elam Ending time. With this 25-point lead, the first team to the target score of 82 wins this ball game. It's our first stoppage under 4 in the fourth quarter, which we have when Tyler Eulis called a timeout. The game clock stops. We're done with the game clock, folks. Target score is set. It's leading team score, so Kentucky at 74 plus 8, hence the target score of 82. And the first team to that score wins the game.
It's awesome. I love it. We saw it earlier. We saw how much fun it was when War Ready went against D2, and it really came down to last couple shots. It reminds me of pickup games growing up.
Yep.
You play to a number. hey, we got you, you're coming on, we're going to play to 7 or 8. Let's go.
Well, there's two ways I look at it. One, we had the D2 Waymakers against War Ready in our last game, and that was close, 2-point game going into Elam Ending, but it was dramatic. But this actually makes a blowout game, which is a 25-point game, more dramatic in the ending.
It does. We're going to see a winning shot.
A winning shot.
By somebody.
And there's Elam Ending. What can't you say about him tonight?
Yeah, the one guy not from Kentucky, hey, how do you ingratiate yourself to the Wildcats? Come out with a double-double.
Gross Bullock out of bounds as they are now 6 points shy of the target score of 82. What's impressed you the most tonight about La Familia?
I think their defense. I think how hard they've played, how locked in they've been together. I mean, this 305 team can play. They haven't played their best, but I think that has been because of the La Familia defense.
Andrew Harrison looking for Cauley-Stein. Cauley-Stein has the 5.6 rebounds, but a couple of vicious blocks, including one sequence where he posted back-to-back.
Yeah, that was fun. Anything he does out here, the fans are just waiting for it. They like this right here, the little mismatch. Let's watch them defend already.
La Familia with a win. They'll meet the Narf out of Atlanta.
Nice
Sunday at 2 on Fox. As that goes for Alu.
Yeah, nice there.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon should be quite the crowd. Heard that and War Ready in game 1. So Kentucky fans have interest in that because, one, they'd like to see their potential opponents in a region final. And the other being that they're not exactly Auburn fans.
Although Heard That's pretty darn good. I don't know if they want to play Heard That.
As Brennan Canada, a fan favorite for Kentucky, checks in. Brennan Canada, a great story who capped things off this past year for the Wildcats, was a walk-on and then got his scholarship. The types of guys you love to root for.
From Clark County, so they love, one thing I've been so impressed about just being in Lexington is this is not just a Lexington team, it's a state team, it's a Kentucky team. They recognize all the ballers out here and so many good high school players.
Kellen Brady.
He's not afraid to shoot it from deep, is he?
Cantor with the offensive rebound.
We got to see a Brennan Canada shot, don't we? I mean, we got to see at least one or two.
Cauley-Stein is fouled. Which gives us time to tell you, players who hit the game-winning shot while wearing Pumas earn a $1,000 bonus. If they make the $1 million shot while wearing Pumas in the championship game of TBT, they get a $10,000 bonus. When the money's on the line, you want to be wearing Pumas. And let's see.
You a sneakerhead?
Yeah, exactly.
That one's hard for me to tell.
It is. But Willie Cauley-Stein at the line. We'll see who will. Now, see, if you have a teammate who's wearing Pumas, could you negotiate with them? You make the shot and I get some of the coins.
Well, if I pass the shot to you,
right,
I think you got to hook that guy up for sure.
This is amazing. Certain guys have switched shoes.
They do
beforehand,
right? They call that timeout before the Elam Ending starts, and they go in and just change.
Cantor got it, and the foul for Elam Ending. He may not be a Kentucky alum, Matt, but he is sure getting the love from this fan base and becoming a favorite.
He is, and when he gets that left shoulder, that leverage into you, even against a really big player in Hunter right there, Hunter just didn't have any chance.
Enter at the line for one. And now La Familia.
3 points shy for La Familia on a night where the Harrison twins where Willie Cauley-Stein, Eric Bledsoe and company are all back on the floor at Rupp. It has just been a 2-hour celebration for this team as Tyler Eulis will take a timeout because he wants to go for that Elam Ending winner.
Canada? Do we have a Canada? Maybe a Canada, you know, coming off of maybe an elevator screen and knock one in for the crowd?
Well, let's take a look at what that huddle looks like.
I'm going to the BC back, get that motherfucker back in the paint. I want your BC to shot. Let's go pistol hammer.
Let's clean. The clean.
Yeah, we're going pistol hammer for BC.
Pistol hammer.
So BC, Drew, where? Terrell, Lamar, Terrell, you gonna come and get BC, shoot the fucking ball. Get a good screen for him.
Open up to that.
Okay, yeah, get a good screen for him, shoot the ball. And Willie, once he comes off, he's going back to get home. Bro.
So there it is. That's what's awesome about our broadcasts here at TBT. The coaches are allowing us the access. Hence why we laid out for you to hear. He wants to draw for who was that?
Brendan Canada.
Yeah,
BC, baby. He's going to give BC the shot after they play defense here.
And that's really cool. Cantor's got it. Let's see if they go to Brendan Canada.
I think Canada's going to go to the left baseline. They're going to drive it to the right, go right under, and he's going to watch. He's going to fly to that left baseline.
Out of George Rogers Clark High School. Now they foul here to sort of kill the moment for a moment. Let's see here. 3:05 Ballers.
Well, they still got the same play.
Exactly.
Andrew Harrison at the line.
And you're still 3 points shy here, so this won't win it as Andrew Harrison knocks down the free throw, and now they still have that same play.
Is 2 points away.
Maybe the other corner can run the same play to any corner. This is
Andrew Harrison. Another drive, another foul.
Fellas on Bryce.
still can run it.
Yes, you can. So with the Elam Ending rules, he goes back to the line for the one shot, and then La Familia keeps the basketball. Do you like that as well? That you don't get...
I do. Yeah, I do.
Keep playing honest defense?
Yeah, you do, and only with the one shot. So that, to me, keeps it fair. If you had two shots, that would seem much more fair to the offensive team. Now, Tyler's like, would you not foul? I drew up a great play. And here it comes.
Oh, Canada thought about it. Brendan Canada drives. Cauley-Stein. That would have...
Not a shot he usually takes. Wow, look at that.
Vicious jam by Anthony Fairley. They just need a point to be 1-0 and book a Sunday ticket on Fox at 2 Eastern time with the Narf out of Atlanta.
Harrison's just going by himself.
Andrew Harrison to Canada. Brendan Canada is fouled, and he can put it in the books for La Familia with a free throw.
These are a little bit pressure right here. You gotta step up. You got the whole crowd rooting for you. That's not easy.
A former walk-on got rewarded. And folks, we'll let Big Blue Nation tell you the results of this game tonight.